I'm really excited to decorate this area. I've got a couple things in mind. So we did marble everywhere. So dishwasher, we did these rollout corbels. We're so lucky that we live in a building that has gas. So I did a KitchenAid range. I lined all the cabinets. It's taken me my evenings for the last probably week or so to get that all put together. This hides the vent mechanism. And we even made use of these little tiny spaces. I spent a lot of time at Container Store in the last several days. They laugh when I walk in now. Howdy y'all, good evening. The remodel is finally done. I thought I'd start off with our view. We're having some balcony work done to the building, so that's what these ropes are, but glorious downtown in the distance. That's why we're here. We love our building, we love our neighbors for the most part. The balcony's still a little bit of a disaster area with debris and stuff, but here it is. As many of you all know, we don't live in a lot of square footage, but we are super happy with the results. So I'm gonna do my best to video it. So I created an entry cabinet here so we can hide our keys and phones and bags and coats and all the stuff that always gets scattered around a small space. So we each have a locker, if you will, complete with hooks and a lower drawer and an upper cabinet. And this is Quartzite Maximus. This was a remnant that we got through the granite company. It was really a great find. I'm super happy with it. We did Baldwin hardware, did a surface bolt there, more for architectural. I don't think it would withstand anybody trying to bust through it, but anyways, did gray on the doors, and I literally just finished cleaning the last details. I'm really excited to decorate this area. I've got a couple things in mind. So we did marble everywhere. I think I showed that in an earlier video when it was finally clean enough to get that in. So dishwasher, we did an apron front sink. We did these rollout corbels, which don't go as far out as we would like, but they're pretty. I'm pretty happy with them. We did a pot filler. We're so lucky that we live in a building that has gas. So I did a KitchenAid range. This was a pot filler that Luke wanted, and looking forward to get to use that for the first time. Did a little dresser feet on the bottom of the cabinets. We've got a trash drawer there and plenty of storage. I lined all the cabinets. It's taken me my evenings for the last, probably week or so to get that all put together. This hides the vent mechanism, so I just didn't want to look at that one with the cabinets. And we even made use of these little tiny spaces. I spent a lot of time at Container Store in the last several days. They laugh when I walk in now, literally laugh. We did a built-in refrigerator. I'm still waiting for the grill piece to come in. And the cabinet variance isn't quite as noticeable in person as it is in the video. We did a little microwave cubby right there. Lots of storage, lots of drawers. These pantry rollouts, we've still got to work on. I think I'm going to have a different contractor come in and redo these because they're not real functional. This center one doesn't even work right now. And a long story, anybody understands when they've been remodeling in the era of COVID, how hard that is. We put the refrigerator in between. There's a building column hidden behind here, so that's why it's shallower in the center there and deeper on both sides, like 25 inches on the sides here, but that centerpiece is only 15 inches. I'm really happy with how that turned out. These pendants over our island, I actually found those at Habitat for Humanity. They were 1970s bedside table lamps. They're solid brass. They're really cool. I don't think Luke believed me until they got installed and hung that they were gonna look that good. It had the drum shades that, I had the hoops for the shades, but I had the shades completely remade. It's kind of it's hard to tell at this hour, but they're glossy white with a little brass detail. And then the interior is brushed on top of bronze paper to make it match, because I like to match. I did a marble backsplash. We did granite countertops, which I am proud to say is a level 1 granite. This is called Shadow Blue, and Luke and I both fell in love with it the first time we saw it. And we were able to score a piece. It was in limited quantity, another COVID thing. We have a cabinet that'll go right there, and put our printer and whatnot in. That is another building column that I hid. I really went back and forth when designing this on how to do this wall. Wanted something to surround the TV, but didn't want it asymmetrical. So this side functions, but that side is totally false. And what I did, I splurged a little bit on the cabinetry. It's not perfect, but I saw in a magazine, a bunch of the fancy houses are doing china closets. So I velvet lined this. Originally, I had some scroll wallpaper that I was gonna do back here. One of the magazines that I saw had gold leaf, but that just seemed complicated and expensive. So the other day, Luke was like, I like the wood, so we're leaving the wood. And I lined the shelves with velvet. I just literally finished that in the last half an hour, 45 minutes. So I'm excited to have that. We have a lot of china pieces, and it'll be nice to have a place to have those. Some storage down there, and we've got storage underneath the TV. And then big windows. We had shades made. This is a wonderful company. They're called Windows of Distinction, and they did a magnificent job for us on getting these to just fit right, and the cartridges look like the regular window frames for the building. I absolutely am in love with that. We have a dry bar here, so we're gonna put our liquor and glasses and all of that stuff right there. We're gonna do some wine boxes down here, and has a good amount of storage in there. So pleased with that. I did 8-inch baseboards. Some people know I went through a lot of chaos with the doors. Because we were remodeling an old building, this building's 1963, everything had to be custom sized. This door width was limited because of an electrical line running right there, and then there's a building column there. So really had to use every inch we could, but that also meant that all of our doors had to be custom made. They were supposed to be stain grade, and they showed up and they were paint grade and ice screened. But I'm happy with what we've got. I did Baldwin Hardware, did chrome, little steeples. I think those are so cool. And I did, these are by M-Tech. I did crystal knobs. When I was ordering these, the gal was like, that's gonna look really garish. I'm like, well, that's what I'm ordering. So that's what I ordered, and I love them. We have a little vestibule in front of our bathroom. We were able to get this frame made up here so we could hide all of our electrical, because there was one overhead fixture and everything fed off of that, and that just looked tacky and gross. This is actually Luke's closet. We did a drape on here. We wanted mirrored closet doors, but COVID side effect, you can't get custom made, custom sized mirrored closet doors. Can't get it. It's just the way it is. We made this little vestibule so I could have a closet space for Luke. And one of us always seems to go to bed earlier than the other. So this little vestibule can be cut off from the bedroom. I'll show you the floor here. So the bedroom has these two doors that shut, and then these two outer doors can close, so that if one of us goes to bed, we can close these doors, baffle the sound, but still have access to the bathroom. Spent a lot of time on details in here. So there's the back side of the door. You can kind of tell how we were really squeezed for space, but I did a wood paneled back to the entry cabinet. So the front entry cabinet and this back panel are the same cabinet. It's paint grade on this side, stain grade on the other. And I did that because we literally couldn't lose the 4 inches in depth that a wall would have been. We've got a lot of storage. These are like the ones in the kitchen, but I can live with these. I can make these work for a bathroom. Linens, bottles, all of that kind of stuff. And then we've got another one up here. I put a little teaser on Facebook earlier when I had finally gotten the last piece together in the bathroom. I did a trash drawer here, lined that all up. We've got a little storage tray underneath that I have no idea what we're gonna do with, but, and then last minute change, Luke wanted a medicine cabinet front, and actually, I really thought I was gonna hate this, but the medicine cabinet's out away from the wall is a neat detail that I wasn't expecting to like, and I actually like it. This is a light fixture that I bought, 2 years ago. I just fell in love with it. It's called Visual Comfort, and it is visually comforting. It's got a lot of scrolls and details, and I liked I've always been drawn to chrome for a bathroom. This is marble. This was also a remnant. Really liked that. Got that through our same granite company. And this over here is more storage. If in 20 years or whatever, need to get a little pad for that. If in 20 years or whatever, our building allows washer dryers in the units, then we could put that there. There's some storage down below. And a commercial style potty, which is kind of very 1960s. But we did shampoo boxes and we kept the same marble running up the walls as is on the floor. We just cut it in half and did a brick pattern instead. So fortunately, given that this remodel took forever, the end result is really nice and I'm very happy with that. This was the second spot where we wanted a mirrored closet door and couldn't get it in the custom size that we needed. So I had a drape made, and it is whimsical, little crabs and fishes and stuff. And I just thought it was a nice color match to the rest of the space with the grays. Bedroom's pretty, bedroom's pretty ordinary. It is 12 by 16. I don't think it looks that big in the video, but did a wardrobe cabinet over here for more closet space for Luke. These are kind of cool. I wanted this purposely offset, so you're not seeing this wrong. They're different sizes. And I did that surface bolt up there. This one does really hold this door in place so that you can really close that off at night. And we can go to bed when we want to go to bed. I have one more drape to hang. I'm gonna have to do that tomorrow. It's making too much noise. I did Alpha as well and got that installed last week. All the big fancy dancy houses that I was seeing in the magazines and whatnot had wallpapered ceilings, so I wanted to do that, and I did a real antique light fixture. So super pleased with that. I've got plenty of baskets. I did some LED lights. This corner of the closet was really dark, when I was installing. So these are motion sensor LED, and then they're supposed to last 3 months, and then you plug them into a USB cord and it recharges. We'll see if that actually works. So, happy with it. Oh yeah, one of our little parlor tricks. So this table serves as our dining room table when we have people over. So I made this lower cabinet so it can roll out and go into the bedroom. And then that becomes our table, and we can actually slide the table over so it is centered underneath the pendants, where day to day it's offset. So I thought that was pretty fun. Oh, one of my friends wanted to see the inside of the fridge. We did go all out on the fridge. This is a Jenn-Air with an obsidian interior. And we'd planned on a stainless front KitchenAid, but again, COVID, our refrigerator delivery got canceled because they couldn't even tell us how long it was back ordered. So this puppy came from New Jersey out of Dent and Ding. So, and then it's got a little ice maker down there, and I think it's gonna work fantastically. So there you have it. Hope y'all have enjoyed seeing it. I sure appreciate all the well wishes and support and empathy we've had over the last literal 17 months. It just took forever. The contractor just would never show up. They really shouldn't have said yes to the job, but once it was started, it was started. So y'all have a great evening and love you lots. Bye from Dallas, Texas.